Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Captain's Jug of Thoughts. Welcome back. This one is coming out a week it'll be like a week earlier than usual because Cap's going to be going down south.
Yep, I'm going away, so we're doing a show a week early, and who knows, I might even call from down there and do another one. We'll see.
Yeah, and on the phone one?
Yeah, we did that last year, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah. But tonight, what's going on tonight, Cap?
We got a very special guest tonight. Someone we've been trying to get on the show for this entire year that we've been doing this. Would you like to say hello, Eddie?
How you guys doing? Wow, this is like a real show.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
All right.
So,
You've been trying to get Eddie for a while.
I have.
Before it was this show, when it was other shows.
I know. I've always wanted to do one with him. Eddie and I had some very good times.
For sure.
We
an important figure in the history of the jug.
He's very, very important, especially like the whole family, the whole bloodline. So
86 years.
86 years.
Yep.
So we're going to be talking a little bit about that for sure today. I worked for Eddie for a few years at the Jug, and his family owned it for 86 years. So you want to tell us how that started?
How it started?
Yeah.
My great-grandmother bought it in 1927.
Wow.
Because her and my grandparents, and also my great-grandfather, whatever, back in the day, they were bootleggers from Niagara Falls, and they would make moonshine.
Yeah.
And then they would ride the trolley down, and sell to all the speakeasies, and the Jug had a speakeasy in it.
Right.
Oh,
And
what was the password? I wonder what the password was.
I don't know, but the speakeasy was actually, you can still see the old marks in the floor. You know where the old ladies' room was?
Yeah.
Not the old ladies' room. The old there were marks in the floor in front of that, and that's where the bar was.
Oh, really?
In the back room.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. There, yeah.
Because everything was bolt locked.
Right.
And everything was all bolted
It's
up.
probably like
Yeah.
fail safes
So
for if they got raided or something.
my great grandmother befriended the woman that owned it, and she couldn't take care of it anymore because she lived there by herself because her husband actually was in jail.
Oh, wow.
At Niagara County Jail for accidentally bludgeoning a man to death in a fight on the
Whoops.
front porch.
On the front porch?
Well, when it was
Yeah, when the wooden-
when it was
when it was
a
wooden.
soldier from when Fort Niagara was an army base,
Right.
and because my one aunt told me the story how they had to go to Niagara County Jail for him to actually sign the papers to buy the building.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
crazy.
anyways, that's how they got it, and then they moved there.
That's amazing.
Accidental bludgeoning.
An accidental bludgeoning.
Well,
you don't hear that
it's
one
breaking.
every day.
You break up a fight, and back in the day, think about it,
Yeah.
1920s,
Right.
soldiers at the fort, yeah,
Right.
It's
furlough.
So with a
Don't
baseball
go
bat?
Crazy. I believe it was a baseball bat. That's what my aunt told me.
Accidentally
Now my-
bludgeoning
get-
someone with a baseball
But
get
bat.
now
like
my
a
aunt's
glass
gone,
case.
so I really can't guarantee that that's the true
You
story.
get
Right.
a glass
Yeah.
case with a broken bat in it and like a plaque.
We should.
But anyways, that's how they bought it.
That's how they obtained it. That's really cool.
Wow.
I don't think that you ever told me that before.
Yeah, I think you forgot.
Probably. I feel like I would remember that story. It's a good one.
Yeah.
They probably told it to you at like 3 a.m.
Right.
I forgot. Yeah.
Well, we shared a lot of 3 a.m.s in the old kitchen,
That's true too.
closing up
Yeah.
the bar on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some good times. And
So what
continue
year
to.
was this when the jail signing of the deed?
My great grandmother bought it in 1927,
Oh, okay.
and then my grandparents moved there in 1931 with my mother and her two sisters,
And
then
the
they
family
they
lived
lived there
there?
ever since.
Yeah,
My
wow.
grandparents both passed away there in the 80s. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That was her home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. In my home.
the
Yeah.
crib upstairs that we talked about, is that a family crib that now has, what was it, a Jason mask and an empty bottle of vodka?
Yeah.
In the attic?
Yeah, on the fourth floor.
He showed me. He gave me the
Yeah.
tour. Yeah, there's like a crib up there, like an old
That
wooden
crib, that's not that old. That
it's not?
crib was made. I can't believe it's still there.
It's there.
That's all made out of cherry wood.
Oh yeah.
That crib, my sister-in-law gave that to my wife and I as a present when Kalen was born.
Oh, no
My
kidding.
oldest son, who's now 40.
Right.
So that crib's like 41 years old, but it's beautiful.
It is.
It was made by
Yeah.
let me think of the guy who made it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name right now.
So
yeah.
this isn't
As
like
soon as I remember his name, I'll blurt it out there and I'll say, yeah.
that's
that's all
different.
right.
That's
Yeah.
not just like
It was the same guy who it's the same gentleman who made my back bar.
Oh, no
who
kidding.
Did the back bar for me.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
You're pushing
Yeah.
it away. Gotta bring
I'm sorry. I had to lick stuff close.
okay.
Don't get so close to me,
I
microphone.
know.
So it's not just the family
Ed
business
Funk.
then.
Wait a
It's-
minute. Okay. Ed Funk is the name of the guy who made the crib and made the new back bar that's there now.
Okay.
Ed Funk.
Ed Funk. That's his real
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Ed Funk. Yeah.
That sounds like that would be like
A
your.
very good craftsman.
It sounds like it'd be your nickname. Like when you start getting drunk and dancing, people are like, oh, Ed Funk's coming out.
Headphones coming
You've
out.
never seen me dance.
Funky Eddie.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. We don't need to go there, I suppose.
So that's weird that it's not just the family business. You know what I mean? It was also like your guys' house.
It was
Yeah.
our house.
So like
Yeah.
all the stuff, the bar and all the crazy stuff that's
Yeah.
happening there. Imagine if that was all happening in your house. Like that's in your
That's
basement.
exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandparents lived upstairs, and we'd spend weekends there sometimes, and it was always fun
Yeah.
because we could stay up all night.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed downstairs when we were younger during business hours, but after the bar closed, we could come down and just hang out and wander around.
That's
Really?
cool.
Yeah,
So like 3 in the morning,
'Cause
you
my-
guys would go down there?
3 in the morning until like 5, 6. My grandmother was a night out. My grandmother used to stay up like all night long because after the bar closed, then she had her own space.
Yeah.
And she liked to like do all the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, she would even clean and stuff, and we could hang out. It was fun.
I hear
Yeah.
that.
I get that. I mean, that's kind of what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Especially,
everything's
you know,
calmed down, everybody's
Yeah,
gone, you
everybody's
get
gone.
to do your work.
Yeah, I get to, yeah. Without anybody knocking on the door and
Yeah.
saying, hey, can I,
Yeah.
Right.
no, go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there were a couple times there that I was thinking about that. You remember the time that we were taking the trash out?
Yeah. And we heard the guy say that. It was I forgot what he said. That was weird.
That was weird.
Because there was nobody there.
No, there was no one there. I remember just you saying, "Do you hear that?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"What am I, deaf?"
Yeah.
So what happened? This is a 3 in the morning story?
It was, well, after we closed.
Yeah,
But we
so-
both heard it, and it's like there was nobody there.
It was a voice of a guy?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did it say?
I
Just
don't
like-
remember
Like, hey, or what are you doing? Or it was just, yeah.
something. It was very, very bizarre.
And it was like somebody was behind us.
Yeah,
And
we
like,
both like at the
We
exact
both were
same
like,
time,
who said
Yeah.
that?
you know, spun our heads.
And this
So
was
somebody
in the
there.
jug?
No, this was
No, it was-
outside right at the
Oh.
back door.
yeah,
But it's
Right at the back
Youngstown
door.
is a small town, so it's not like you're just hearing random. Like you were probably the only two awake in the
yeah,
whole town.
probably.
Like
Yeah,
so you're not.
no,
It's
it
not like you're in the
was,
city where you're
yeah.
hearing stuff everywhere. Like it's
No,
quiet. So
it's
when
very
you hear
quiet.
No, there was nobody there.
There was no, there was definitely nobody.
well, there
there
was nobody of this world there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, it was something
Yeah.
else. It was like, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, am I deaf? It was, yeah, it was crazy. So, you know, another story that you told me was about Rudolph.
Oh, yeah. There was a gentleman that lived there when I was a young kid. Because
Yeah.
my grandparents, the third floor, they rented out as a rooming house. They lived on the second floor, and there were guys that lived up there, and there was an older gentleman named Rudolph.
Yeah,
He was Swedish. He was from Sweden, and he had a big beard, and he lived down that. He lived in the room at the end of that long hallway.
Yeah, the creepy
at
hallway.
the top of the stairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
the creepy hallway. Yeah,
it is a creepy hallway.
and
It's like super skinny and real dark.
Yeah, and leads out into the main hallway at the top of the stairs, the third floor.
Right.
And when I remember I was like 5 years old, and we were going to school at the Red Brick School.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So we could come home for lunch. Kindergarten, first grade, but we could come home for lunch. And we were all sitting in the back room eating lunch.
Yeah.
And it was springtime, and I heard my aunt scream really loud, because at that time there was no door at the top of the stairs.
Right.
And I ran up there, and he was laying. He had passed away.
Right.
They figure he had a heart attack, but he hit his head on the way out of the door.
Wow.
And he was just laying there. And it was pretty graphic. It was bloody, and for a 5-year-old. Now that I think back, I probably have issues about it. Yeah,
Right.
but I didn't think about it at the time.
We told you this one was
Yeah.
going to be funny.
Of course not.
Yeah, but then when the ghost hunters came there the one time, I had these. I've had like 3 different groups of ghost hunter people come there.
Right.
And the one time there was a guy there. The one guy that was there, whatever, and I don't give them any information about nothing.
Right.
And I knew that this guy, they said he died of a heart attack.
Sure.
And so all these ghost hunters were up there, whatever, and this guy was down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And they called me in, and they said, this guy wants to talk to you. And he was in the hallway, and I said, what? And he goes, do you know anything that happened down here? And I was like, no, not really, because I don't want to give any information out. 'Cause
Right.
I kind of I'm skeptical, even though
Of course.
I believe it. And the guy just goes, I feel like a lot of pressure on my chest when I walk down the end of this hallway. Do you know anything about that? And I'm like, no, not really.
Then that guy has a heart
I
attack.
really don't know anything. Yeah, And he just looked at me, goes, what about the name Rudolph? And I was just like, come on.
They did
Really?
some research.
Are you-
I think they found out.
How could they?
I don't know.
There's no way they could.
No?
I wouldn't. They,
I don't know. Yeah,
this guy
There
was
a-
buried in 1960. Like, how would they even know?
Check some records or something, and they found out he had a heart attack. They're like, all right, I'm going to do the heart bit, and I'm going to really freak him out. I'm going to do the pressure on the chest bit, and then drop
So
the
they
name.
went and looked up on all the information of people that used to live there
I don't know, man.
and how they died.
Yeah.
No, it's it's creepy shit up there. It's creepy up there. It
Yeah,
really
for
is.
sure. He gave us the
Yeah.
tour a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
did.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially like the history that's there.
Yeah, because people don't realize even the Battle of La Belle Famille of the French and Indian War
Yeah.
happened right at that corner.
Yeah. I
happened
think
right
wasn't that
there.
what Pete was
Right.
talking about when Pete was
Yeah,
on?
because I've had I've had 3 different groups of people that were ghost hunted from these ghost hunter things, whatever.
And they're like, what the fuck happened here?
No, but the one guy, there's a couple of people that said they've talked to French women, French guys that were
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah.
and it's possible because even though that's the 3rd building that's been there, like supposedly all the spirits still stay there.
Right.
So yeah,
That's the 3rd building since the battle?
there was on the site of the Jug now. There was a tavern there. I don't know what the name of it was, but it was burned during the War of 1812, like
Right.
everything was. And then they built the Hathaway Inn
Yep.
in 1817 or 1815.
Okay.
The sign's out there.
Yeah, the sign's on the building.
And then when the Hathaway Inn burned, which I don't know what year it was, that's when they built the Jug.
Right.
Yeah. The guy said, forget this, we're doing stone.
We're doing stone. Nobody's burning this bitch
Yeah.
down again.
Yeah, this ain't happening again.
It'll be the last thing.
And it's worked for
standing.
175 years. So
Yeah.
knock on wood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so there's a lot of history there, and some of these
me.
spirits that are in there could be from another time. I don't know.
that was
From
me
before.
knocking.
Oh.
So there's a ton of history here, and it's great having you on the show to reveal some of it that we don't know about. Because we had Pete on the show before,
Oh yeah.
and he knows, he's a history buff. So
Oh yeah, he knows a lot about the fort and all that. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yep.
he gave us a little insight on
Yeah.
all of Youngstown, basically. But nobody better to get Jug information than from you.
Pete's
Yeah.
wrong about the Jug. Yes.
So you spent your whole life there, growing
All
up
my
as a
life,
child.
I grew up
and
there.
then And then when you became old enough to join in on the fun.
I started tending bar there when I was 13.
13.
I used to
That
tend
is
bar.
against so many child labor
Yeah,
laws.
well, I know, but back in the day, you could back in the day you could legally tend bar if you were a direct family member at
Of the
16
bar, yeah.
legally.
Okay.
Yeah, but I started at 13.
It's okay. We watered down his shots. Don't worry.
No, I wasn't drinking. I would only tend bar.
Only vodka for the
Yeah.
kid. Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, I would tend bar like for 2 or 3 hours after school.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fun job for
Yeah.
a 13-year-old, right?
Well, yeah, it was.
And
I liked it.
You would get tips?
Back then, people didn't tip.
They didn't tip.
No, they didn't tip.
What do you mean?
Not even like leave a
They
quarter on
didn't
the
tip.
bar or something?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, tips weren't a thing.
Huh.
Until the late 60s, early 70s, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder how that all began.
I don't know, but it's a good thing it did.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it weren't for that.
Yeah, I can remember being a teenager, my aunt would, like, somebody would leave and they'd go, hey, you left your money. And it would only be change. You
Yeah.
know, like back in the day. I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
They still
Yeah, didn't like in the 70s, didn't most people tip like a dime?
Well, there was no. I mean, I can remember when I was probably like 13, 14, and my grandfather, draft beer was 20 cents for a shoop, what they call a shoop, which is like a mug of beer.
Yeah.
But it's called a shoop. And he raised the price from 20 cents to a quarter. And all these old guys were like, Jesus Christ. I can't even keep my nickel now.
Yeah.
Swear to God. It was like, wow.
Things
If
they
they were
don't
alive
change.
now,
Yeah.
$4 for draft beer,
Right.
these guys would be killing you.
Oh man. Well, when we raised the price,
Even $3,
after these when these guys
Yeah.
took over, we raised the price.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're not coming there. I was like,
Well,
dude. I'm like, go to any other bar in America.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the cheapest bars, like, anywhere. you
Go to
know?
a hotel or an airport.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
$45
Yeah.
for a bottle of water.
Right.
You need someone to co-sign
Yeah.
if you want tequila.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I can remember when I served beer, 75 cents a bottle for beer, 75 cents for a mixed drink.
Right.
And if somebody was drinking scotch, they were big shots because it was like $1.50. Really?
Right.
No kidding.
They were
Yeah.
big shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Remember you used to have that one bottle of scotch? I think it was scotch in the cupboard down below, behind the bar.
Oh, that was from my friend from Toronto. The
Yeah.
guy used to bring it to me, a retired RCMP guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd only break it out for certain people.
Oh, yep. It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. You'd be like, Chris, get me that thing out of the cupboard.
Give me that McKay White.
McKay White.
Called
Yep.
McKay White Scotch. And
Yep.
it's average Scotch in Scotland, but it's really hard to get here. I don't think you can get it in the States. He would bring it for me from Canada.
Oh, okay.
He's an RCMP.
Yeah.
Retired, yeah.
Right. I do remember
you-
that.
Good guy,
made-
Kenny.
Yeah, the amount of
Yeah.
characters that you've seen come in and out of that place is just astronomical. Because that's like, you get a special side of society when you work in a bar like that. Because you're getting a different version of everybody.
Well, and
Yeah.
especially when it's a bar from a small town.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Yokels and whatever, like, because you get the local Yokels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The every-nighters. The
Yep.
the characters.
Right.
And you have to learn to deal with them.
Yep.
Because you can't throw people out when you live in a small town.
No.
Because you don't have anybody else to fill that seat.
You don't. It's
so you
it's a
have
fact.
to learn. You have to learn how to deal with it. Yeah,
Yeah. You've had plenty
but you
of
learn a
stories.
lot from it. I mean, I learned a lot about just people in general and
Yeah, I'm sure.
how to deal with them. Yeah,
Because that's not like working at a bank where people come in and out.
Yeah.
You're just doing like this is it's a way more personal transaction, I guess.
Right.
exactly.
Yep.
You've had plenty of stories of like locals being shit faced, and you're like, "Get out, fuck you, leave," and they're like, "Oh, fuck you too. I'll see you tomorrow." All right, buddy, see you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, you're out of here for tonight.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
well,
I've had to throw some people out, but
Yeah.
they come back. They come right back.
Yeah.
My
And there's no hard feelings. We shake hands since you know.
right, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was an asshole.
Yeah.
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 My grandfather used to do like, if you were a jerk once, you got like 2 weeks out of there. If you were a jerk twice, you got like 2 months out of there.
Oh yeah.
If you were a jerk 3 times,
You're
like
out.
longer. And
Like a
then-
penalty
And then
box.
the last jerk was like I'm sick of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you anymore.
I don't want to see you ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, but he would do like stints like that. Yeah, it's funny.
Somebody told me the other day that Martin had a rule that if you could get your money on the bar, you could buy a drink. Way back in the day.
If you could what?
If you could get your money on the bar, if you were tall enough to get your money onto the bar, you could get a drink.
Oh, come on.
Well, what about the topless midget from the scullery? She's out of luck.
Oh, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, we won't mention names. Oh my God.
You can tell your version of your story.
No, because I know who you're talking about.
I know you do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed her, but I'm not. She's an old regatta chick.
She sure is.
She used to come in during regattas. I met her through my good friend Roger.
Yeah.
God bless him. He's gone now, but
I know.
Yeah. Oh God, no, I can't think of names. I'm so bad on names, but yeah, she's crazy. Crazy fun.
Crazy fun.
She's crazy fun.
Didn't she?
Look out!
Didn't she break a window?
She wanted to get upstairs at the
Yeah.
top of the stairs, and you know how thick those windows are? Because it's an outside door
Right.
that we put in there. I mean, that's how we did it.
See, we got to use it.
We got to use it.
Yeah, and she had to get stitches in her hand. I was like,
she's still partying.
nice girl. She was a lot of fun. Just,
So we've abandoned the tall enough to get your money on the bar rule, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, that's not true.
She
But,
just
you know,
found
back
a
in the
tall
day-
kid to help her out.
Yeah. But back in the day, when drinking age was 18 and all this crazy law stuff wasn't going on. You could drink at 16 and
Yeah.
nobody really gave a rat's ass.
Right.
That was back in the day when the police they'd give you a ride home if they found you in a ditch.
Right.
Yeah.
It was not like it is now.
No. It was a much
Different.
much better time.
Much different. Well, yeah. As a bar owner, looks at it much better. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Much more tolerant back then.
Yeah.
So those are the changes that you've saw like over the years of your family having that place. The 20 cents a beer goes to 25, and now like you've had
They're
to
losing their mind.
deal with all the changes. You think it's gotten way more tense and way more tight as far as
Oh, it's
the
not.
law?
It's much harder now to run a bar.
Yeah.
It's not as easy. You
No.
got dram shop insurance. You got all the liquor liability laws and all that.
They gouge you.
It used to be, if you got drunk, you're responsible for your own actions.
Sure.
Yeah, now the bar,
now-
if you're overserved.
Not only the bar, it's not even the bar. Everyone else is responsible for your own actions, according to the laws now.
Right.
I mean, if you have a house party,
Yeah.
if you have a house party at your house and somebody leaves that house drunk and gets in an accident, you could lose your house.
I
Because
know.
the people they hurt can sue you
Yeah.
because you let them drink at your house irresponsibly.
Right.
And it's like, what?
I know. It's insane.
Yeah. And that's part of the problem, too.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way it is now.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
I know. Fucking lawyers.
Fucking lawyers.
So, what else? Who other characters? I mean, some of the dudes who go there now, like they've been there for decades, right?
Some
yeah.
of them, yeah.
Yep.
Not too many now. Well, there's a few.
There's a
Yeah,
few.
They're still there, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay and Donnie.
Well, that's an old family from Youngstown.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah. And actually, their father owned the El Dorado Hotel across the street
Yeah.
until its demise when it burned. Yeah.
That's how everything ended
Yeah.
back in the day.
Everything in this town burned.
Everything just burned.
Say that, knock on wood. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, the El Dorado. And which may or may not be getting rebuilt. I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen there either.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
No, nobody seems to know.
Yeah.
Supposedly is getting rebuilt, but
Well, it's in a plan, but who knows what's going to happen?
right.
Yeah.
I'm personally am for it not getting built, but
That's in this lot across the street.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it originally was.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was a beautiful old building. The gentleman who wants to do it wants to rebuild a replica of it.
Okay.
Which, you know,
That's
even when I had the jug, I thought of, because somebody else who bought the property wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And as much as I missed the view from the jug,
right. That's a big selling
but
point.
you know, if they did a replica of it, it'd still be pretty cool, because it was a beautiful old building. It was a you know, high Victorian style building, which was really nice.
Yeah.
If you ever see pictures of it,
Better build it out of stone.
no, it's got to be out of wood. It's got to be a replica.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens.
Do you, what year did it burn down in?
Like 1939.
Oh, okay. So so you've only seen
it partially burned, and then they had to tear it down.
Right.
Yeah, it was a beautiful building. My mother, because the people that owned it, the Jeffords that owned it.
Yeah.
My mother was friends, and my two aunts were friends with all their family, all their siblings. They were all the same age, and they used to go over there and play. So my mother said it was just beautiful inside.
Right.
Yeah, it was a really nice hotel. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you were at the jug for the Regatta Years, which I only saw like the tail end of. But like that was the crazy shit, right?
The Regatta Years were crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
When it
And
was
I mean,
big.
it was so intense. It was like
Just the few that I was at, like we played. I mean, we did a few years in a row there. At the last few that were big. I remember out in the parking lot in the back, playing Ramble On with Mechanico.
Yeah.
And I was like looking around. I'm like, there's a fuckload of people out here. Like,
yeah.
it was nuts.
In the 90s is when it peaked. Yeah. They'd have 500 boats,
Yeah,
500.
people camping all over
2,500 people. Yeah, it was crazy.
on
I
this
used to
tiny
have-
little town. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
And how many boats is it now?
Well, now it's not the Regatta.
Yeah,
it's
I
the
know.
Can-Am.
Zero.
It's the Can-Am.
I think they do like 50 or 75 boats, maybe.
Yeah, there was
but used to be-
500.
I think the top was like 470 something.
Wow.
But that was
Sailors don't fuck around. Sailors party.
Great. Well, yeah. Figure that one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was in the 90s. I don't know if you've ever seen Sail Magazine. There's a big magazine called Sail Magazine, whatever. And their whole cover story and the whole main story was about the Level Regatta one year.
Yeah.
And then one year in the Rolling Stone magazine, the Level Regatta was listed as one of the 10 best parties to come
Really?
to in the United States. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah. That's bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fucking
God. I used
badass.
to have,
Yeah.
oh my God, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
I used to have a whole week planned before we, because it was for 40 years, but the regatta was 40 years. I used to have a whole week planned before the regatta, like what I had to do every day to get ready for it.
Yeah.
Because it was just,
It's a marathon.
I'd be so stressed out.
Yeah.
And plus, it was just so many people and so crazy.
You just gotta let it.
I used
happen.
to, I would have 15 bouncers
Yeah.
for 2 nights.
But then, at the end of it, when you get through it alive, that's, you just made
That's
your
a
nut
gift.
for the year, yeah, right?
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
No, you don't understand.
No, I don't. I'm looking around going, all right, these guys must be making all the money they'll ever need today.
No, you make a lot of money, but you have to spend a lot. You don't understand. You're paying 15 bouncers a night,
Right, and
and
right.
$100 a per.
It all goes back
$100
into
a
it.
night.
Yeah.
So your first, and back then I was selling beers for.
Just don't
Like
get 15
$2.
bouncers, get one shotgun and just have it.
Yeah,
And
right.
just show it to everybody like
That
Planet
would
of
have
the
been
Apes.
nice.
Just
That
show
would've
it
been
to
nice.
everyone.
That would be nice.
You don't have to
yeah.
use it. You don't even need to buy
I'd
any
have to
bullets.
but you'd have to have 50 bouncers because the whole backyard, how it's all fenced in the back.
Yeah.
After it got to the point where nobody could come in because it'd be so. I mean, even the backyard was so crowded, I couldn't let people in.
Yeah.
They'd
Yep.
go around the whole fence line and they'd be jumping the fence.
Right.
I know.
So I'd have to have the bouncers out there and grabbing them and bringing them back in.
Right.
And throwing them out.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, you got underagers then coming in.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that.
Yep. It was crazy
Yeah.
back then.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Remember the guy that during Regatta
fun.
that I still don't know how he got into it was the old storage room behind the washer and dryer room. Do you remember you were in the kitchen And I went through, and all of a sudden I came back. I came out with a guy. Do you remember that?
Oh, man, yeah.
I was like, how the fuck did this guy get by you? And you're like, he didn't come by me.
He didn't come by me. Yeah, he snuck in the back door.
Yeah.
Well, there was that building's got so many doors.
I know.
It's got to be locked. You have to have
like,
it open to
dude, he
take
scared
ice
the
in
shit
and
out of me because it was pitch black back
Yeah.
there. And I went back there to grab something. and I bumped into someone.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you doing in here? Oh, I don't know.
He's like,
Who are you?
I'm looking for food, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
that would
what
be
the
yeah.
fuck? I'm like, let's go. I fucking grabbed this guy.
It's a, I don't know what you call it, a clusterfuck, whatever. But
Yeah, I think that's exactly
drugs are
what you call
fun,
it.
but then they could be real pain in the ass sometimes too.
They're
Right.
either the
'Cause I
best or
always-
the worst. I know.
I always used to oh God, I can remember the last few years I'd sit in the kitchen on Friday and Saturday night just because I just couldn't listen to the noise and it was crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in the kitchen going, oh, what the fuck, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And then I'd hear somebody yell something so stupid and funny that I would just start laughing. I go, I gotta love this. Like, I love this. 'Cause
Right.
They're so goofy.
Yeah.
It gets exhausting because that's because everybody
But then
else
I just
is going
laugh.
out.
I'm like, oh my God, you're so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goofball. Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. There's a ton of them in there.
And then I just go, this is why I still do this, because these people make me laugh.
Yep.
This is funny.
That's
Yeah.
the show. That's where we
Yeah.
got to put the microphones.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
should.
right.
We should just hang one from the middle of the ceiling one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There'd be a lot
I
of
recognize that voice.
That's as bad as taking pictures in a bar and
Yeah.
film. You can't do it.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. I
Bar's
know.
not a good
I'm
place for
joking,
that.
obviously, but
Yeah.
but it would be great.
incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, I'll just edit all that
It's
out.
like I
and
don't
now-
agree with people taking pictures in a bar and putting it on Facebook. It's
No.
like, don't do that.
It is
I
an
know.
That's not
epidemic.
cool because
It's-
you don't know who you're taking a picture of behind that person.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't be there.
Exactly.
Or maybe shouldn't be there standing next to that other person.
Yeah,
It's
So
sacred.
don't freaking do that.
exactly.
Yeah.
these-
No, I
It's a
don't-
bar.
I don't agree
All
with
these
it at
boomer
all.
ladies are obsessed with their Facebook.
It's
It's
a
like
bar.
crack to them. They just need, and
Yeah.
especially if they start
That
getting
used to-
drunk, they just need to
that used
start taking pictures of everything.
that would anger me. I would be like, put the phone down.
I get,
Yeah.
you know what I get a lot is while we're playing, I get like some lady takes a selfie with me behind
Yeah.
her and then looks in her phone and posts it and smiles and then leaves. And she didn't
Yeah.
hear one song or even make eye contact or wave at me. Like, I'm just like,
Well, you're a hero.
I don't fucking know.
You're a
dude.
hero.
I'm just like a thing she took a picture with.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm a man.
Yeah. And then she's going to post next week, I took him home.
Yeah, right.
I love music.
Yeah.
He's my best friend. I'm like, all right, whatever. So yeah, relax with that. All right, Captain's Jug of Thoughts. We're gonna take a quick break. We're getting dinner ready, and then tonight we're gonna venture out to Ironworks to see our friend Ryan. Or Mike Henderson. Remember last time he was Mike?
Yeah.
He's gonna
What?
be
We
drumming.
changed his name to his brother's name.
Who?
Henderson. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan?
Yeah, we
Oh,
changed
Mike
it.
Henderson?
We pretended it was Mike Henderson on the show.
just in case, just for
It could be a
legalities.
plus.
It was fucking
That
hilarious.
could be a plus.
Yeah, right.
We're going to see him play with his new band Grub tonight. That'll be fun.
well.
All right, Captain's Jug of Thoughts.
We'll be back.
Hi. Hello. So going with the theme of this episode, I'm going to toss a song in here. This is off my second album, I think, called Making Noise with Broken Toys. I don't know. It's all kind of a blur. But, yeah, this song is about the jug. It's about, like, I wrote it about jug nights and playing shows there. And the fuck is going on? My cats are destroying my house. It's just, yeah, it's about the jug, and it's a personal thing, and I hope you all connect to it. This is an old recording, but yeah, here you go. This song is called, it's BFOHA, which stands for Bitch Fell on Her Ass, which is about, you know, people fall down, go boom sometimes at the jug, but these are about the memories that we will cherish forever. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right back home this morning. Never looked finer than now. The mist over the parkway. wanted all that detail. I never wanted all that trust. When the natural light breaks and the sun sets on the lake, I wanna give you all I muster. I wonder how much can you take? That crazy bitch ran back. Right back on her lap. Side to laugh. You'll never get it.
Camera.
I know it's red.
Yep, it's certainly red.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's dry.
Have a nutty aftertaste.
Good dry red wine. It's good.
No, I don't taste any nutty aftertaste.
Thank God.
Thank God.
The night is still young. It's too early for a nutty aftertaste.
I'll be home before nutty aftertaste. Believe me.
Oh, that's great.
So I forgot where we were in the story. You're bartending at 13.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
when did you become the main man?
I took it 1977 was
Oh,
when I
man.
got my liquor license. I was 21.
This is like, we're going to make a movie out of this, like Joe Dirt, how he's on the radio telling his life story,
Yes.
and then it keeps flashing back.
Well, I'm going to write a book.
Yeah?
Well, somebody has to write it for me.
You need to, yeah.
That's going to be my $1 million ownership.
This could be
Yeah.
your way of writing the book.
All right, there we go.
It's,
We'll
it's,
talk
like
about
it's
it.
a live book.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
No,
this is
I
when-
got my liquor license in 1977. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, fucking 70s.
Yeah, that was the 70s.
Different time.
Nobody even gave a
Fun
shit
time.
about you back then.
And
Like,
I didn't
you weren't
even
even
exist.
a thought.
No.
Nobody was a thought. Not you two. Yeah.
I was one.
I was. Oh, you were one. Yeah.
I was one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They still weren't thinking
Yeah.
about you.
I, actually,
Probably not.
what happened was, it's not a depressing story, but it is life. You should know about it. I started working in probably about 73 or 74. My one cousin started working with me, and we tended bar together, my cousin Frank Zykowski. And we worked together really well. We were tending bar all the time from the time we were 18, but he was 2 years older than me. And then in 1976, he was 21. I was only 19. He was applying for his liquor license, so we were going to do a partnership, and then it was before that, 74, and then in 75 he had a motorcycle accident, he passed away, so then that's why I took it over by myself, because my grandfather said, well, if you don't take this liquor license now and do it when you're 21, which would be 1977, he said, I'm selling and we're out of here.
Yeah.
And you
So
wanted
that's
to
why
keep
I
it
took
in the family.
So
yeah.
we kept it in the family, but I
When
wouldn't
you're
have my
21,
partner.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 21. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of like do it or die. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to mention my cousin because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Wonderful guy.
Sure.
Very good person. Yeah. So that's why I ended up doing it solo. If not, I would have had a partnership.
So how old were your grandparents when this happened? When you took over?
Well, Jesus, 1977. My grandmother would have been, she was born in 1903, so she would have been 70. What's that? I can't do the math. You're drunk.
74.
Yeah, and my grandfather was born in 1894, So do the math. So
he was 83.
he was already 83. Yeah. Because he told me, he said, if you don't take it over, I'm selling. I'm done. Because he'd already done it for 40 years.
Yeah.
And now after me doing it for 40 years, I could understand. He was like, screw it.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah.
I'm done.
It's a long time to do a hardcore business like that.
Yeah, it is.
So you had it all through the 80s.
80s, 90s, 2000s.
I picture the jug in the 80s. Because I just picture it going through the decades and everybody changing. Everybody got the 70s cool, fucking army jacket, long hair, beard, and then 80s with the
70s was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Weirder than the 80s?
Yeah, I'm burning all my pictures of the 70s. Yeah, for sure. The really, short shorts and...
I remember like...
Yeah, not good.
I
can remember I tended bar and clogs.
Short shorts.
Clogs?
And
I actually
high
tended
socks.
bar and clogs, and they were pretty comfortable. I made a lot of money, but still, bad luck. Really bad luck.
Clogs.
Clogs, I still have them.
You still have them?
Fuck yeah. I mean,
You never
hell
know.
yeah.
You still wear them?
No,
It might be coming back. It might be coming back. You never know.
Only on Halloween.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I still do though. Yeah.
Did you guys have music and everything back then too? Did you
No,
always
we
have
never.
band?
No, we never did live music until. Actually, we started doing live music not until the Regatta, like
Wow, yeah.
Early '80s. Yeah. Our first, actually, the first live music we did was for Regattas, and I did. It was my cousin's bands, Steve and Tom Pasha, and Mark Tower. Don't make me think of names. That's the name of their band. They were so good, and they were a good band.
Yeah.
What was the name of their band?
I know. I can't think of it now.
I know who
And
you're
I-
talking about.
they're gonna kick my ass because I can't think of it. And they were a great band. They set up a stage. It was wonderful.
Yeah. They were good. Man, I can't remember either. I do know who you're talking about.
Somebody listening knows, or knows somebody who knows. Find out and let us know.
Call in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Oh my God, they were so good. And they were. They really played. They played a lot of '80s. They were good.
There's a thing about, I love playing at the Jug because there's no, you go up to the city and you go to shows and it's cool, but it's a scene and that's great and everything. And you want to play college bars or the type of thing. And then you have your dirty rock bars or a thing and you have punk bars and all this shit. And then you have your parties with a bunch of dumb girls where you got to play, hip hop and shit like that. And they just eat it up. But the Jug is a place where no one's trying to be like, I'm at a rock show. I'm a cool scene motherfucker. It's just honest, small town.
Everybody's hanging out.
Everybody's there to just hang.
Right.
And it's the purest,
Yeah.
most honest reaction you could get out of anybody
Yeah.
if something's going to work live.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just get to, it's pure and
It's
honest.
just the locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have local
And
people.
you're off the grid where
Yeah.
you physically feel
Right.
how far away
Yeah.
you are from
Right.
any sort of center of society or
Right.
whatever the fuck. We're basically Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're closer to Canada than we are to anything else.
Pretty much.
But I think it's a great place for music because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Oh, for sure. Because Canada. Let me think of that. We used to do. There was a Canadian music station in the '70s and the '80s. What the hell was the name of it?
Don't worry.
I know you're killing me.
I'm
No,
not saying
because-
anything. Don't worry about it.
No,
It's a
because
Canadian radio station.
And they were called the Wankees. Was their ball team, and they would come to they came over here a couple
The
years. and-
Wankees?
yeah, this that's oh my God, this is gonna drive me nuts. I can't. You guys should have questioned me before this, so I could remember.
That's all right. This is part of the beauty of the show.
CFNY.
CFNY.
CFNY Wankees,
yeah.
and they were and everybody on the thing they had a ball team, and for a couple years in a row they came over here and they played the Jug ball team.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! So
That's international.
CFNY Wankees, and they played all '80s music. They were very freaking at the time,
Yeah.
the hot,
Yeah.
the best station to listen to.
Right.
CFNY. and the
that's-
Wankees.
Did they
Oh my God,
introduce
there's
a
so
lot
much
of
good
Canadian music here? Because
nothing but that's how
the law is
That's
there.
how
Like,
everybody understood Canadian music.
that's how the
From
hips got so big
CFNY.
and Rush and all that shit.
Everything, yeah.
Because there's like a law you have to play
Yeah,
a certain amount of
because,
Canadian artists
My cousin's
in an hour.
band, because my cousin's band, God, I wish you could remember the band, and I know it.
The Eagles.
They're gonna kick
The
my
Eagles.
ass. The Eagles.
Start
yeah,
naming
the Eagles
bands.
No.
Flock of seagulls.
Wu-Tang
They played
Clan.
at the Jog during regattas. Oh God, I can't think.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
They're gonna kick my ass.
Pretty
if they
sure it
hear
was
this.
Bone
I can't
Thugs and
remember
Harmony.
that. No, it wasn't that. But it was all, but they played all Canadian music.
Yeah.
Because we all lived to CFNY back in the 80s and 90s. But it was this, and the name of their
Baseball team.
baseball team was the Wankees.
Wankees.
Yeah, the Wankees, which is
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Hey,
it's the Wankees. Yeah. Which
were they
is
good?
Very English for wanking. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, I don't know if they're
As
good,
good
or
as
not.
a radio station
Yeah.
baseball team's going to
No,
get?
they're, oh my God, it was a great radio station. Yeah, but they came over 2 years in a row. They came over and played the Jug team, and that was like 1983, 1984. Yeah,
Oh wow, my dad was
Yeah.
probably on that team.
he could have been. Yeah,
He might have been.
These guys are great, and they're so funny. Yeah, it's good. And of course, that radio station's not on anymore.
Yeah.
But it's good.
We should have them. We
Yeah,
should get
and
all
they-
the disc jockeys from there, have them
And,
come over and rev it up, and we'll start
And
another podcast.
It was very, like, at the time, no, could I say? But they used to do a live broadcast every Sunday night from CBGB's
Oh, nice.
in Toronto. They would do a live broadcast.
That's cool.
I can't see him.
Yeah,
I'm fucking it up. I can't remember.
CSNY.
CFNY. CFNY?
Yeah, it was CFNY.
Somebody's going to motherfucking me. When they
Crosby,
hear this.
Franklin,
To say,
Nashville.
yeah. But, yeah, it was a great radio station.
It'll just be one of the guys from Romania.
But it was but the team they were called the Wankees, and they were all the DJs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they came from Toronto, came over the bridge, came over and played right in Youngstown, and they played the Jug team in Youngstown.
That's
They were
great.
great.
Yeah.
And like 80, that was like 83, 84. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
Oh
movie.
my God, we had a lot of fun. Those guys are great.
So then you
And it
move
was an
into
awesome radio station.
you go through the 80s. The
Yeah.
Berlin Wall comes down.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson stop at the charts, and we're moving into the 90s now. What and the whole time the price of beer keeps going up.
Always, everything goes up. You got to make more money.
How was the business? I mean, steady as far as the locals go, right? I mean, you
was
constantly
always-
have that.
It was always steady, but it was tougher as it got older because of the laws. Just the
Yeah.
laws for DWIs and drinking and driving and
Which maybe
police
those laws
situation.
apply better to like a city bar that has like constant
Right.
shit going on, but then a small town bar, you can lighten
it's-
up a little bit, I guess.
Right, it's worse because you don't have public transportation,
Yeah.
which makes it worse.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the whole difference.
This is
Right.
pre-Uber.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Pre-Uber.
No
you have no
shuttle.
taxis. I mean, a taxi costs you $60.
I read.
Yeah, I
it.
know.
Come from
yeah.
Niagara Falls back here.
Yeah.
Right.
And even Uber's a little different, but yeah, it's just right. I mean, the city bars, it's fine. You
Right.
can do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's tough when you live in a small town like
One
this.
stoplight town, yeah.
Yeah.
But the heart of the Jug has always been there, right? The spirit. It's never. You've seen it through all the changes, and it never became a fucking Bennigan's, and it never it has stayed the Jug the whole time.
If it ever becomes a Bannigan's, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it
No,
ever
that
becomes
won't
what?
happen. A Bennigan's or a chain restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Yeah, that's
Not
what I'm
gonna
saying. Is it stayed the Jug the whole time?
It can't. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. It's now it's a new family has it.
Yeah.
The Costello family. And that was a handing over the torch, changing of the guard of sorts.
Exactly. It's a good thing though. I'm happy with it.
Well, they're another.
My family's happy with it. We all made a decision about it.
Yeah, you'd have to
Right.
put it in good hands.
Yeah, and we really like
Jesus.
Michael doing it. Michael's done a lot of nice stuff with that.
Yeah.
And, it's
Yeah, the construction and whatnot, and adding
he's done
on.
a lot of
and-
impair, and he's a, he does a lot of the work on his own, which is a
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, he does most of it on his own.
Yeah, he's a factotum, which is what that building needs.
Yeah.
Somebody that can do all the work on his own. It's too
Yeah.
expensive to hire people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it's a labor of love. It's his place.
And he
He's
does
gonna
love
do
it.
Yeah.
And he loves it the same way we did. So
Yeah.
I was
That's-
happy to. That's one of the reasons I said okay, because
Right.
when he came to me, I knew that I would put it in good hands with him. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah.
Right.
What if somebody came up to you and said, "We're going to give you $20 million to turn this into an Applebee's"?
I would have taken it. Can't lie.
Yeah.
20 million?
We'll build another jug somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I don't care. Because
We're
I
just
won't
gonna-
be here. I'm leaving town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Replicate the jug
yeah.
down in
Never
Kansas.
see
mean,
Eddie again.
you know, I love history and all that, but, still.
Fuck it, it's over. The future is what
Money's
matters.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
$20 million is okay.
Goes a long way.
Actually, they could have said two. Because of $2 million, I would have said, see ya.
You hear that, Applebee's?
You missed your chance.
Where were you?
The bidding war.
Yeah. You could have had it. You could have
So
had the
now,
jug.
now you can go into the jug and chill and enjoy
But
it, and you don't have to worry
if
about it.
Applebee's owned it, I wouldn't be able to walk in like I do now. Like anytime I can go in there and I could say, "What are you guys doing upstairs? I want to see what's going on." And like, Eddie, go up there and see it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I tell them a couple stories about whatever rooms and went on in there that I know. Yeah.
Story. I mean, hypothetically, these are all hypotheticals. This is a show. We're doing characters.
Right.
This isn't even this. I've been doing all three of these voices this whole time. There's nobody here. Hypothetically, what kind of stories? If you had to make up a story for a fake show like this, which is scripted.
Well, why don't you use my voice and say it?
See,
He still won't go on the fourth floor
No, you're
alone.
creepy. I won't.
I won't go up there.
I won't. I was up there Christmas time with Michael, and I was like, I ain't going up there alone.
Yep.
No way.
I was there. That's the only reason I know.
Why? Because it's spooky.
It's extremely creepy. It's
We didn't go up there at night. Maybe that would we went up there in the day, and it was a nice day.
dude,
so
I
maybe-
won't even go up there. I won't even go up there during the day
because you know of the
Is there
thing.
electricity up
because
there?
I know there's
You know the things that have
bad-
happened.
Yes.
Like
and,
what?
And these. Well, I'm just telling you. Going back to when the ghost hunters came there, the first time I had like these ghost hunters up there, they said they were like, when they first got there, they opened up the doorway to the fourth floor, because it's like blocked off. If you've been up there, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be great." I'm like, "Okay, fine." Because I
Well,
know
for
this is
them, yeah.
creepy. And those guys were up there for like 20 minutes, and then I heard a window pane break because we had old glass windows stashed up there, and those guys came downstairs and were like, "Somebody's really mad up there." Yeah, somebody's pissed up there, and I was like, "I told you." Like, what the fuck?
I told
Glue bags. I told you it wasn't nice up there. Yeah.
This isn't Casper. It's
Yeah.
not Friendly Ghosts.
So they don't know how it broke?
Yeah, and no, they were just like, they came down, they were like, "Oh my God." I was like, "I told you. It ain't nice up there." Yeah.
Well, aren't they supposed to
then-
hunt them?
Well, they don't hunt. They just
should
like,
call it
they
something
feel
different.
it out. They just feel it out.
Then they're just
hunters for
ghost
but
observers. They're not hunting.
They're
I want this thing
observers.
dead. I want this thing's head.
technically the ghost observers.
You want
yes.
to mount the head on the wall.
But yeah, but
They're not
then
hunting.
So they said there's somebody up in the attic they're just angry.
yeah.
There's somebody angry up there, and I was like, I know that because you never go up there and feel good.
I
It's
bet
always
if you took
it's kind of heavy. It's
took
just
like a
great.
bottle of rum or something and just put it up there and just left it there and came back the next day, it'd be empty, and the
don't
ghost
know.
would be happy. The ghost needs a drink. It's a ghost of the jug.
That's why they're mad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's it.
He's going through withdrawals. He's detoxing.
You could walk down 3 flights of stairs and get it.
He is a ghost. I don't know. Maybe his soul is
Yeah.
trapped up there.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
According to the spiritualists, yeah.
You gotta set him
Are
free.
they trapped
He's
up
got-
there?
I don't know how to set him free.
He's got unfinished
I'm not
business.
doing an exorcism.
He's still got an open.
He's just pissed.
He's got
I don't know
unfinished
whatever it is.
business.
I just know the guy's pissed. They told me this person is pissed, and it's very it's a bad feeling when you go up there.
Yeah.
You feel it's heavy. You
I don't know, I didn't-
You're not. It's uncomfortable. You
Maybe.
feel like somebody's on your back all the time.
Maybe you're in tune with those types of things.
Yeah.
Some people
Because
are.
they trust you.
Yeah.
They know you. The ghosts know you. You've been there forever.
Maybe it's one of my relatives. I don't know. But all I know is, you could always feel it.
It's a ghost who's like $4 for a beer.
Are you crazy? Where's my nickel?
Where's my
nickel? I spent 25 cents.
It's a ghost who didn't get his nickel back, so that's why he's still haunting the place.
I don't even get my nickel back.
Go
You know
put a
what?
nickel in the top of the stairs,
Believe
and the
it or
ghost will
not,
take it.
some
and
of
be
the
gone.
customers had, I could believe that.
Yeah.
You're gonna haunt me for my nickel. Here, take it. Get out of here. Here's $1.25.
Where do we? I mean, the jug will always stand. Things.
Hopefully.
things go up and down, and the jug will always be there. What do you?
I
What do you
hope
hope
so.
for the jug in the future? To just stay
Just
the jug.
that it stays the way it is, and the people that always take care of it appreciate what it is.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
I did. It's history, just its beauty with its woodwork and just the way it was built to
Yeah.
keep it as it is.
It
the way I
takes it takes that long to have a place like that.
Yeah.
You don't just build a place out of scratch like that. You know
No,
what I mean? Like it's soaked into the wood of the place.
Yeah. This is the
still-
178th anniversary this year.
Wow.
I don't know, do the
Yeah.
math, 1842. But I don't know if 1842 was when they started to build it or when they finished it. I don't know.
When I was
Whatever.
open.
Right.
Ballpark.
But 1842.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've had some legendary nights there
Yeah.
just in the time we've been around.
Yeah.
One of which that we've always talked about is the Halloween night.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The infamous Chicks with Dicks Halloween night that
Yeah.
you participated in.
Yeah.
Weren't you
Wow.
like Bride of Frankenstein or something?
Oh, when I played in the band?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite times.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had such a good time.
That was such
so
a good
funny.
time.
I looked like the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, that wasn't on purpose?
That was the night I found out that if I was a drag queen, I would be the ugliest drag queen alive
I think
in the
we
world.
all were.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pete
that
looked
was
like one of the
nasty.
Manson
No,
sisters.
but
Me and Pete
no.
look like the Manson sisters.
No,
Steve
but,
looked like.
No, Steve loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Steve was kind of like, I think he liked looking at himself.
I think so too. Well, fucking remember
Just a
I got
joke,
home
Steve.
way
It's
late
just
that
a joke,
night,
Steve.
and he was in my bed.
Ah, Steve?
Yeah, still in all the clothing.
Yeah, see?
And he's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "What the?"
No,
fuck?
that was I tell you, I still have that picture framed. I have that picture framed, and
Of
that's
all
one
of us, yeah. That's how
Yeah,
this
and
movie
that's
ends.
one of
Like
the
the end of The
frames.
Sandlot when it pans over to the wall and that's the frame.
Right,
And it's
I
just
have
you
it
and a
on my
bunch of
desk.
dudes.
I just laugh at it. I go, I am the ugliest freaking drag queen. Like I could never be a Bruce. What's his face? Who turned into a woman now?
Bruce Jenner?
Bruce
Yeah.
Jenner.
Now Caitlyn
I
Jenner?
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't
Caitlyn
be
Jenner.
Caitlyn
Yeah.
Jenner.
The Jug has
Is
seen
that
a lot of
political? I can't see political. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm an ugly woman.
Well, neither can he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a good night. It was an infamous night. People still talk about it.
Oh, I love that. That
We
was
still
a
talk about it.
that was a good one. That was
That was a
fun.
great night. That was so much fun.
That really was.
That one sticks out. What's another? What's one when you think about your times at the Jug? What's one that sticks out? I know that's a loaded question.
Oh, that
with
is a
being
little question,
decades
'cause
there.
Yeah,
I can't,
decades.
Like you'd have to give me decade. You have to say 70s, 60s, whatever.
Ooh, the greatest hits of every year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, you can't even go there. I can't. I really
I can't even go
Yeah.
there.
I can't
There's
because
too many.
Yeah, there's too many recollections, and I can't focus on them now. It was all fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It was all annoying fun.
You know, I've got that the picture. It's a big picture up in the office that's been there. It's from the '80s with the girls dancing on the bar. You know what
Oh
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The ball team,
Yeah,
the baseball team.
yeah, the girls.
Oh, my softball team. Yeah.
So Dave Perot delivers all this stuff, right?
I'm gonna say who those girls are in that picture.
Well, listen.
Yeah,
So
you
Dave,
know.
Dave, he comes and he delivers.
Sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He delivers. He delivers me all the mercandise and stuff
goes,
like
"Oh,
a few
I
weeks
know
ago.
that." Yeah.
He goes, "Oh my God!" He
She
goes, "Is that
told-
my sister?"
Yes. Who is a school teacher? I don't want to say it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was great.
Because I showed that picture to her one time, and she was like, "Get rid of that picture.
Get rid of that
My
picture.
students see that picture."
It's like a blown up picture.
Yeah.
It's
It
big.
is. It's huge.
Yes.
not like a
Yeah,
random
they gave
photograph.
it to me as a gift
Yeah.
one year. I'll tell you what, they were the most amazing girls softball team.
Yeah.
Freaking partiers. I mean, like,
Yeah.
just money making, you know.
Yeah.
But they were also a good ball team. All of them were crazy girls, a lot of fun. And, yeah, like, when you have girls like that in the bar having fun, like, you know there's going to be guys in there. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
That's my
they're a
job
good
as a
money-making
musician is to make the girls dance.
yes.
The
Right.
girls are dancing,
And
and
they
the
were-
whole night is a success.
And those girls, I mean, that pictures, they're all dancing on the bar.
Yeah.
And they would do that every time.
yeah,
Really?
Oh, yeah. Every night. They were dancing on the bar.
like Coyote Ugly.
Yes. Although they were better looking.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I don't know why they call it that.
Who's better looking?
The girls of the jug.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying, what a terrible name. We're
Well,
gonna have
the
a bar
movie.
where like we have a bunch of hot chicks dance on the bar. What's it gonna be called? Coyote Ugly. Like,
Yeah.
you had to pick those two words at
Yeah,
all.
I know.
Not like, how about instead of coyote, maybe a fox? Similar, better word.
Yeah.
Maybe just not have the word ugly at all. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Nah.
Coyote ugly.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, so fuck them. Starting a war, the Jug versus Coyote Ugly. Yeah, let's start a softball match between them.
Yeah, we should.
And we should get the old disc jockeys from that Canadian radio station and see if they're still around and have them
Oh,
do a
that'd be
fucking
awesome.
radio show.
Yeah.
CFNY Wankees.
Canadian.
CFNY Wankees.
Hell yeah.
That's like
CFNY
that's the
Wankees.
early '80s. You guys were not
Yeah.
even like you couldn't even speak yet. You were
What?
probably
I was already at the jug.
well, you were crapping your pants, but
I was doing
You
more than
couldn't
that.
speak.
it was
Yeah.
like that.
You were doing that
No,
I was
yesterday.
sitting at I was yeah. I was sitting
jug.
at, I was
Yeah, but-
sitting at the bar with a pop and a bag of
Yeah,
chips.
but your mother was wiping it up. Yeah, that's like oh my god, CFNY 80.
If anybody knows, anybody, get us connections. We want to interview the disc
84.
jockeys.
That's I'm talking like it's
Yeah,
gotta be
early 80s Canadian
83,
radio.
I'll
Those
tell you
guys
right now.
got down.
83, 84, 85, or 86. Those are the 4 years. Right there.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. CFNY Wankees. Oh
We
my
should
God.
we should find old
Yeah.
CFNY Wankees jerseys.
that would be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. They only did it twice. The third time they came over, all this shit started happening for some reason with the coming back and forth across the
The
bridge.
border, yeah.
And they wouldn't let them come over.
Yeah, that tightens
What?
everything up.
Yeah, the third time they played they played a game 2 times here. God, it was so much fun. That was a good time.
It's the good old days.
Yeah,
Who won?
yeah. Oh, like I remember. I have no clue.
I don't know if they ever finished.
Everybody won.
Everybody.
It was fun.
Somewhere around the bottom
was
of
a
the
good
sixth,
time.
they just kind of
No
gave
fights?
up.
Nobody gave a shit.
Right.
It was just fun, and it was. These guys are great. All the DJs, yeah, CFNY Wankees, CFNY.
CFNY Wankees.
The greatest, I'll tell you what, CFNY, greatest radio station in Toronto back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Absolute best radio station.
It was really good in the early '90s. Still, I remember.
Well,
I
yeah,
remember
I
it.
don't know if it went that far, but
It
yeah,
did. I remember it.
I'll tell you, it was the best freaking radio station ever.
It was. It was really good.
It was very upscale. Yeah, it was wonderful.
So good times all around at the Jug. You have fond memories. You're happy with everything. You're happy that you
Yes.
made it out alive,
Yes, I did.
and now you can enjoy it. It's
So
in
next
good
time
hands.
we'll talk about the next 2 decades.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But for now, I think it's time to get to dinner, right?
yeah. Right.
I think we're all pretty hungry.
Sweet.
All right,
I like
Captains.
this podcast.
You like it?
Yeah.
Finally, God damn
I'll
it!
be back.
Finally.
I'll be back tomorrow.
All right. We'll be ready.
Finally. That's what it is. It's just
All right.
sitting around shooting
Yeah,
shit.
this is all it is.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
I
man.
really had a good time doing this.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have
And
you.
at the beginning, I wasn't looking forward to it. It's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a good time. Yeah, thanks again, Ed, for doing it. We've wanted you on the show for a while, so we're happy.
I know.
We're happy to have
Got
you.
here now. All right.
All right, let's eat some dinner.
All right, Captain's Jug of Thoughts.
Manana.
January 25th, Friendly Foes at the Jug. We're doing our Talking Head set.
Yep.
That'll be a good one. All right, and January 18th, Irregardless of Tutor. Come up to that. We got our friends Ish from Erie, Pennsylvania coming out and playing with us. They're fucking great. If you like Primus, you're going to like them.
Nice.
That's all right, cool. See you next time. Bye.
This is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.